What's up guys, it's MTG Matt for you, back with another Adventures in the Forgotten Standard 2022 video. Today we're going into the ladder with a Bant Control Deck that I named Meta Counter. In a way it is a meta counter, although disclaimer, I play this deck in Platinum, so it's not representative of Mythic play, but this deck had a super high win rate in Platinum. I basically climbed from Platinum 3 up to Platinum 1 without losing a single game, so I think that's worth something. So let's take a look at this deck. As I said, it's a Bant Control Deck, right? So it's a white, blue, green deck. And the reason I built this deck is it started with this idea that in Standard 2022 a lot of decks have either treasures or sacrifice a lot of creatures, or do both. A lot of treasures, right? Like all the green, black based decks basically do that. So is there a way to counter this? And there's actually a straight up counter to those kinds of decks in the form of Yasharn, Implacable Earth. It's 4 mana 4/4 legendary creature elemental board from Zendikar Rising in Selesnya colors, and it says, when Yasharn enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic forest card and a basic plains card. Reveal those cards, put them into your hand, then shuffle. And this is the most important part. Players can pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast spells or activate abilities. So there you have it, the second line of text. Straight up counters the usage of treasures, and it counters sacrificing creatures for any kind of effects. And that's pretty powerful. So I started just with Yasharn and basically built a Bant Control Deck around it with just good cards, and it performed really well. And it's a lot of fun to play. Let's speak a little bit more about Yasharn. My experience with this card has been that it's just a really feel-good play on turn 4, because a 4 mana 4/4, especially in this meta with just small creatures running around, is actually quite solid, quite respectable. Can block a lot of stuff and also represents a threat on its own. And this card just does so much. You get a good body on the board, it draws you 2 cards. It's only basic lands, but early in the game, if you play this on turn 4, you're very happy to get those lands, right? So it's just a lot of value packed into this one creature, and it's just great, and actually does counter the gold spend ranks, the sacrifice stuff, and so forth. So Yasharn, great card. Let's take a look at the rest of the deck, how I build it. At the 4 mana slot, we also got Grandmaster Flowers as a 2-off. The new white planeswalker from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. You know, he's there, he can snatch a Monk of the Open Hand from the graveyard or the library to establish more board presence, or it can disable a creature that our opponent has, so it can't attack or block. And eventually, if it gets big enough, it can also turn into a 7/7 dragon. I've gotta say, while playing this deck, Grandmaster Flowers rarely really made a difference, so I think Grandmaster plus Monk is the part of this deck that you can definitely cut and replace it with something else, maybe something better. There's just some inspiration that you can take. But yeah, still, I got it in here, and when I played it, it felt okay, but I think there are better cards that you can put in. But for now, it's in here. So Grandmaster Flowers has 2-off and 2 Monks of the Open Hand. At the 2-drop slot, we got here something on watch, which is an incredible removal spell in white. 2 mana instant. Choose 1 creature you control, get +1/+1 at the end of turn. Very irrelevant for our deck, but the second part, set of traps. This spell deals 5 damage to target attacking creature. 5 damage at instant speed for 2 mana. That's very good. And the reason it's so good is, sure, it's good against aggressive decks. That's just, you know, common sense with this card, but the reason why it is especially good is because in the new standard we live in a meta with a lot of manlands, and this card kills Face of Havens, it kills the white manland, the black manland, the green manland if it's small enough, and maybe occasionally even like a Crawling Barrens. And also 5 damage kills attacking Goldspan dragons. So this little card here does a lot. And we got a 2 of. Next up, 3 copies of Elite Spellbinder. Disrupts your opponent. Nice aggressive flyer. 3 copies of Solid Command for countering. 3 copies of Quantix Command. Also real nice disruptive spell. That I can also put tempo on the board in the form of 1/1 counters. And a quite popular deck in a new standard format is a like a Golgari control list with Skeletal Swarming, which is an enchantment. And Quantix Command can actually counter that, right? Because it has the mode counter target artifact or enchantment spell. So because of that, Quantix Command is a very nice flexible card. Can be used to bounce creatures of your opponent, put more power on the board with the 1/1 counters, counter artifact enchantment spells, and occasionally shuffle some stuff into our library. Then at the 4 mana slot, we also got 3 copies of Behold the Multiverse, which is the last addition I had made to this deck after iterating a while. And it has just made this deck incredibly more better, because when I initially played this deck, I was running out of cards quite often. And with Behold the Multiverse, we don't do that anymore. This is just a really big value card, very important. Obviously, it's more like a 2-drop, because you can foretell it for 2 and then play it for 2. So great card. 4 copies of Doomscar, just nice in general, just a board sweeper against aggressive decks. 3 copies of Imrith Devastator Doom. We're kind of a mid-range control deck, so Imrith is great for card draw and just posing a big threat on the board. And then at the top end we got 3 copies of Mordenkainen. Also puts a lot of pressure on the board in the form of those dogs. And especially because this is a deck that really is very good at keeping a lot of cards in the hand because of Behold the Multiverse, but also because Yasharn. Yasharn just draws us 2 cards. It's really nice. So those dogs tend to be really, really big. And then obviously Mordenkainen also draws us cards. And then finally, concerning the lands, the notable things are a copy of Emeritus Call, a copy of Seagate Restoration. Just a little more value, a little more utility in land-based. Emeritus Call can give us more power on the board, Seagate Restoration draws us more cards. And then the rest of the land-base is pretty much straightforward, except that we have 2 copies of Quantix Campus. Because I just like having 2 copies of this in a deck. It's just, we are control-y, we often hold up our mana for counter spells, or Behold the Multiverse, or Quantix Command. And sometimes there's no good play, so we can just scry in those occasions. That's really nice. And the last card I haven't talked about yet is 2 copies of Kissamina Enigma Sage. It's just a card I want to play. There's 3 of the reason it's in here, but it felt actually quite good. It can, you know, smooth out your draws, and then after it has done that, it can also put pressure on the board in form of like a 3/3 token, a 5/5 token, 4/4 token. It's just doing a lot of work. And I've actually never used the static ability for the other 2 planeswalkers, for Grant and Mordenkainen, because the situation rarely comes with this deck. But Casimir is just a nice little addition. And that's the deck right here. As I said, I've been climbing with this deck non-stop from like Platinum 3 to Platinum 1. And I'm going to finish up climbing to Diamond with this deck. It's a lot of fun to play. Really love to play it. So enjoy the video and I see you guys soon. Okay. This seems fine. We have a Yasharn to refill our hand with lands. Seems good. Foretell Doomscar. Yasharn is gonna be great against this deck. Or it should be great against this deck. So no more sacrificing possible. Yeah, let's get rid of Skeletal Swarming. And Skeletal Swarming decks have become quite popular, right? Control-y Skeletal Swarming decks. Let's ramp into this. Containment Breach, huh? No land, that's bad, but at least we gotta build the multiverse here. That definitely puts us in a bad position. Okay, unfortunately we gotta do this. Find our land. There's the land. Don't want another Doomstar. We're telling we saw it coming here. What's annoying is the fact that he was able to ramp up to his skeletal swarming, right? This deck probably needs some kind of learn to also have containment breach. Not casting the skeletal swarming, huh? I mean, we're happy about that for sure. So I'm not gonna cast Yasharn here. Instead, we'll just foretell the Doomstar. Hold on, we saw it coming against the skeletal swarming. As long as we can keep the boar free of skeletal swarming, we should be fine. Man, this format is just so nice, really. There's so much variety among decks, so many legit decks. It's really, really cool. So we know he has a Blood on the Snow, because of which I don't want to cast the Imriff. So we're just gonna play Yasharn, get our land drops here, and attack. Gives us also some really nice board presence. And in case he starts putting out Skeletal Swarm, we do have two Doomstars. We also have two Mordenkainens to start gaining some advantage. Okay, nice. That's nice because this means this does not hit our Mordenkainen. No, he has Blood on the Snow, but really, that's actually perfect for us because now we can just freely play our Mordenkainen, right? Put a big token on the board.
Oh, look, I am
just a casual 8/8. Man, Magic is fun again. I can't wait to the actual replacement. It's gonna be great. Yeah, this Mordenkainen is gone, but it's fine.
You're a fool if you think I'll stay.
Okay, our opponent is really out of cards here, which is really cool. Let's think. This Hive is annoying. I think I'll just attack here and play Imriff. Just ignore the Hive for now. Right, Imriff is gonna give us more card draw. I don't want to play Mordenkainen, it's just gonna get killed again. I mean, I could also plus it. But I feel like just putting stuff on the board here is a good decision. Now let's not forget this has Death Touch. Okay, this is nice. Our opponent is really out of cards here. Ah! That was clean. Let's go. This is a nice starting hand. We're going first, so we can play the tap land here. And follow up with the call, and turn 3 you got a Spellbinder. So I'm playing the untap land here. Like the free untap land to foretell Doomscar, and then we can still decide whether we have to shock in the Mirror Skull for Doomscar or not. Might just draw a land here, in which case we won't need to do that. Okay, I don't wanna commit to Doomscar yet. Let's just check his hand. Develop some board presence. Okay. So fortunately there's nothing here that can just directly kill the Spellbinder. Right now he can only play this captain. I actually want him to play the captain, so that we get more value with Doomscar. Dueling Rapier. Okay, that's fine. He only attacks with the 1/1. It's gonna put down the Hobgoblin Captain. Or double Rapier, I assume. Come on, do it. Yeah. It's fine. Take 5 damage here. Play this tap. We hold on the Quandrix command. Okay, sure. Really? Just gonna bounce this guy, give ourselves some counters. Thought he would also attack with the Battlecry Goblin. We have to make a decision now, and I think the decision is to not cast Doomscar here and just hold this open as a blocker still. Then we can refill our hand with Behold the Multiverse. Could have actually just cast this main phase to hit our land drop. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go Doomscar here anyway. Actually, I just want land or more removal. That's the land, so... Well, actually we can also play Imrith. Right? We can trade here and play Imrith. There's no world in which you can remove this. This can attack now. He can play a Fresh Master. In which case, this still trades better. And then next turn we can go Mordenkainen or hold on McQuandrix command. Probably Mordenkainen with a token. Gonna double buff it? Yeah. Now I don't know if these decks have some kind of reach. Wait, this guy doesn't have first strike now. This might look weird, but I think this is correct. To just trade here. Wait. And now we can play a Spellbinder with a Quandrix command open. Or, you know what, we just go here. Just make a 6/6 dog that's pretty powerful. And it sets us up for a real nice position. Okay, this is a turn where I want to Doomscar. Alright, so let's attack. I'm actually going to draw cards with Mordenkainen because the Cyber Charge is going to die, which means he can ping the Mordenkainen for 1. So if you -2 here, Mordenkainen is going to die. And we got it 8 damage in. Let's draw first.
The entire multiverse is my library.
I actually don't care about this monk for now. I just want to hit my land drops every turn. Now just play our Spellbinder, exile the Thrashmaster. Oh man, this deck feels good now. It feels really good. Yeah. Thrashmaster is gone. And we're in a very good position. Our opponent is down to 12 life. There's Yasharn. I'm still just drawing cards.
The entire multiverse is my library.
We play Yasharn and still hold on the Quandrix command and we win. Let's go. Oh yeah, this feels really nice. This hand is a little light on plays. Like this better, and let's put the sword coming back. I guess this should be white. Next turn we Spellbinder. Okay, again, Yasharn is gonna be nice here. Huh. Okay, next we can play Gallows of Prismari. I do want to exile the Goldspan Dragon though, because we don't have a way to deal with this yet. But yeah, Yasharn should be pretty great here. No more sacrificing treasures. Of course, given that we draw land, which we don't. Okay, let's just keep adding this here. Lane. Let's get rid of the Kraken with power. Again, Khaled is not a big deal if you just get our land. If you get all your Yasharn out. If he attacks, I can double block if I like. Yeah. He doesn't attack, okay. Oh, nice. There's our land, perfect. So we're getting Yasharn out here. We can actually afford to get Yasharn out because while he does have access to 7 mana, this is treasures, so he can sack the treasures with Yasharn on the board to cast his Goldspan Dragon, and by the time he's got enough lands, we're gonna have the Sword coming up. Plus, Yasharn gives us the land drops for next turns too. Oh man, Yasharn countering the treasure meta. So, yeah. He had to get rid of that, otherwise he would not be able to use his treasures. I think I'm... Do I trade here? I mean, we have actually have a Quanrix command. Yeah, we don't need to trade here. I don't know, maybe I should have traded. But for now we just want to counter. Wait, this is gonna be a 6/6. Actually, let this resolve. I'm gonna double block. And then Doomscar next turn with Sword coming open. Easy block. Actually, I should have just double blocked by Doomscar anyway. But that there is less damage, but it's fine. There's Doomscar here. And as you can see, Yasharn really disrupted him there. He had to kill it first, use a soul mana, instead of just being able to play the Goldspan Dragon, which we can now just counter. And what we want here is a second source of blue mana, which we don't find, but it's fine. Let's get rid of the Deadly Dispute, let's get rid of his card draw. What could this actually be? Maybe a Poison the Cup? Okay, now we can just start pressuring him. Play the monk here. Yeah, we really need our second blue mana. Nice thing about Here's Something on Watch is it can kill Goldspan Dragons, also kills most of the manlands, like the Faceless Havens, Lair of the Hydra if it's not too big, the black one, the white one. No play, okay. There's another Spellbinder here. And we're not getting our mana, but we're still in a good position here. Okay, no Prismari command, please. Okay, he's casting Prismari command, no spell, but I can save it with Quanix command, but then he's still got Flunk. Would use this whole mana. Is that worth it? Probably not. Probably not. It's better just keep the Quanix command against any threat. Also, this way we keep the mana open for you. Here's something to watch in case he casts the Goldspan ring. That's fine, he's using a lot of resources to just deal with my board here, which I'm totally cool with. There we go. Got the Yuri something on watch. Man, this spell is something. 2 mana, deal 5? That's pretty good. Okay, there's our blue mana finally. Sure. Not great to see that happen, but it's acceptable. And that is great. Plus our Imrith here. The blocker against the birds is also a blocker against the Goldspan Dragon.
Dealing with you
I think I'm gonna draw
such
cards.
little effort.
I wanna hit my land drops, I wanna counter
Leave me be.
spells.
I'm reading.
Don't think I want a second Mordenkainen in here. I also don't care if those birds hit the Mordenkainen. Wow, this guy is lucky. But he can't kill Mordenkainen, he can... Well, he can basically just go face, right? Okay, we can bounce the bird here to go face, draw an extra card, but then what do we do about the Goldspan Ring? Probably should hold the Imrith back, and instead we just build presence like this.
I would run if I were you.
Yeah, we just do this, we scry.
Fate is dangerous to leave unfettered.
Don't need to star. And I'm not
We
foretelling
must
anything
prepare
here.
for tomorrow.
So that our dog stays a 6/6. GG. Did we do it? I think we did it. I think I bounced in a gold bandwagon here. Bounce you and get more. I guess get more counters on the monk. Because now we can just actually let's scry and see what we draw. Oh, that's nice.
To control, one must first.
Now we just attack and we're gonna counter this gold bandwagon. Oh wait, we had lethal with Conrix Command. That's fine. Actually foretell this now. End turn. And GG. Oh man, this deck feels good. It does feel good. Guess I can keep. This is actually risky because you don't have any early interaction. And we have all the colors. We have something to foretell. We have a great turn 3 play. So why not? Okay, Yasharn is gonna be good here. If it has 2 power, I can actually just slam Kasmina here. But the thing is, I actually wanna play Yasharn next turn, so yeah. And that's exactly what I wanted to get at. I wanted to exile the Skeletal Swarming. So if I played Kasmina's turn, I wouldn't have been able to get at least Spellbinder art before he can play the Skeletal Swarming. So the Spellbinder was the better play here. And now we can just play Yasharn. Let's attack first. Can obviously exile Yasharn with Baleful Mastery, but then we get to draw a card on top of the 2 lands we get. Man, Yasharn just feels good. In this meta, it's a must remove for some kind of decks like this one. And then you know, they use a removal spell, you get 2 lands. It's just great. Just really nice. Okay, he's at 5 lands, so he still can play the Swarming next turn, which means we should use the opportunity here to just put down an Imrith. The only way I see you can remove this is with a Soul Shatter or Blood on the Snow. Otherwise, he can't get through the ward. very clever. Very clever. I like it. With 6 mana, with 6 mana we can play Monk, Casamina, and have the counter spell open. Seems good.
Are you willing to do whatever it takes?
We
Because
don't want
I
to
am. Focus on the future.
So we need the sword coming here against the skeletal swarming. Okay, we will just block here, we don't care. That's fine. I don't care about losing the Kasmina. The only important thing here is that we get to avoid the skeletal swarming. Mascot exhibition, huh? Now these have Death Touch. Is there... Will there ever be something I need the You're something more trouble for? Yes. Play Snowland, so he's gonna have Phaser Save, so I'm not blocking here, I'm also not blocking here. More than Kynan is pretty nice. Not playing it, we need to counter spell. Let's main phase Behold. Seagate Restoration. Seagate Restoration is a good amount of cards. But I'd rather just have... I don't know, I mean... No, actually we're looking for a board wipe, right? For the Mascot exhibition. There's Yasharn again. Nice thing is we can actually counter Skeletal Swarming with Quandrix Command. I guess I just let this happen. I mean, he has to decide, right? Does he take the Quandrix Command again for the Skeletal Swarming, or does he get rid of Mordenkainen? Because just generally a big threat. He has to make a tough decision here. Okay, he takes the Mordenkainen, so basically good. Should I trade this? I think I'm... He had 5 mana, so even if I give him a treasure, he can't cast the Mascot exhibition. I think I'm trading. Sure, he can kill the monk, it's fine. He's not killing the monk, interesting. That's good for us. Can we just slam Yasharn here? Oh wait. Wait. Do like this. Look at the value, bam. If he wants a double top here, I'm totally fine with that. Now we're in a really great position here because we can use the sword coming freely against the Mascot exhibition because we got Quandrix Command against Skeletal Swarming. Counter Arthur Enchantment spell. Return this guy to the end. Return. Now we can just freely attack here. And actually... like this. Let's go beyond the multiverse. I do like the Doomscar as backup. Okay, we don't have anything secondary to cast here. Just attack. Can foretell Doomscar. And this stack, it feels really good. Working great. Now that's a question if I want to counter. I think I do want to counter this because we actually have a nice board position. We're pushing good damage every turn. I'm not foretelling the saw it coming, so this way he's got less information and we don't have anything to do with our mana anyway. That's fine, I don't mind losing the monk. Azra. Let's just attack. And is Yasharn going for the kill here? GG. Sure. I mean, it's not doing much. Yeah. Oh, that felt. Man, that felt good. This stack is something. Let's go. Okay. I guess it's fine. We have a blocker. A pretty great block for us. Okay. Okay, again, Yasharn is gonna be great in this matchup. I think we probably also need to prepare for a Ghostband Dragon against this deck. Okay, give me my Yasharn. So it's gonna be at 4 mana. Is there something that I would ever want to counter on 4 mana? Well, I would want to counter a Zariel. I would want to counter an Immerston Predator. Yeah, so there is reason to hold over the mana instead of foretelling. Let's behold. Oh, Yasharn is great. I actually like both of these. I'm gonna take both. Because Yasharn is gonna give us the land we need anyway. Right? And for now we just foretell a sword coming. To counter the probably upcoming Ghostband Dragon. And then if we eventually need land, we can just put down Yasharn. Yasharn is so versatile. Still missing a second red mana for a gold spend dragon. Orcus. I'm not countering this, I'm just gonna Doomscar. Sure, Doomscar here means that I take 2 damage from the charges, but it's fine. Just a lot of value. It's risky in a way, because he's now free to cast his gold spend rank if he has one. So that is definitely a risk right there. Gotta acknowledge that. Let's see, he's 6 mana, he's all the cards he might need. Okay, so can still play a land, I think, right? We got lucky there, no gold spend dragon. Okay, next turn is gonna be smooth. So we can do the following. Tap like this, play a Yasharn. Yasharn counters all the sacrifice stuff. And then we get 2 lands, which means we will have enough mana for a side coming. Pretty smooth. No more sacrificing here. Bam, the value. The value. Man, this deck. This deck is legit, man. Okay. You can sacrifice this. Players can pay life or sacrifice non-impermanence to cast spells or activate abilities. Now, could he kill my Yasharn in a way? I don't think so. I'm not gonna block here. I want to keep my Yasharn. I want to play Imriff, but then we don't have enough mana for a sword coming. So I guess we'll just Elite Spellbinder here. Take a look at our opponent's hand. Okay, let's get rid of Exodus. Foretold Soil coming. And yeah, this is pretty smooth what we're doing here. Pretty smooth. Do you care about this access guy? Not really, I can just bounce him. Another Yasharn. Turn, 2 counters. Attack. Okay, we're almost there. We are almost there. Yeah, I don't really want to deal with this. Whew. Let's go. Hey there, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of content and want to see more fresh decks and standard meta decks, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it, and I see you guys soon.